Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to PlayFrame and to Final Fantasy XVI, which we've gotten an hour into, but are still really just kind of getting started. So let us make for our next location, Stillwind. There was a time not long ago that the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's knotted boughs. Now the settlements lie abandoned, and the only sounds to escape this forsaken place are the howls of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home. Sounds great, let's go. Boy, we are gonna ruin our nice jacket.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
Yeah, those leather breeches are not surviving this place. Lost in a fog. Support accessories such as the Ring of Timely Strikes or the Ring of Timely Focus can be changed or unequipped on the Gear tab in the main menu. Find a combination that best suits your playstyle. Yeah, so this is an interesting thing to highlight. Also, it's worth getting us into some menus now, I think. The Attributes tab provides a comprehensive overview of Clive's current level, status, abilities, and gear. Here they are. But I want to look at gear specifically over here. The Gear and Icons tab is used for equipping weapons and armor, as well as assigning iconic abilities to available slots. So, we've got sword, belt, bracer, I guess, vambrace, there you go. We've also got some ring slots down here, or 3 accessory slots, rather. And some of the rings available, which they've just given us here. If we had... Actually, these might have been... Oh, they've been equipped the entire time. Okay, sorry, I got myself confused for a second. So, because I chose sort of like story mode as opposed to action mode when choosing the difficulty at the beginning of the game automatically equipped a couple of these rings on me. I'm going to keep calling them rings, even though they're accessories. You know what I mean. Because these are basically rings for making the game easier for yourself if you want them, and they kind of change how some of the combat works. For instance, the Ring of Timely Strikes here. If there were a ring that transformed a novice swordsman's awkward jerks and jabs into a veritable dance of precisely executed flourishes, one might wonder why every knight in the realm didn't have one of their own. That's flavor, but when equipped, complex ability combinations can be executed by simply pressing the square button. So instead of having to learn and figure out how to do a whole bunch of Devil May Cry combos and whatnot, you can just spam square and cool things will happen. I will take that off for now because I want to keep on trying to improve at this, and I've already got the difficulty set a bit lower by default. So let's unequip that one. The other one we have on right now is the Ring of Timely Focus. When equipped, time slows before an evadable enemy attack strikes Clive. No effect when equipped with the Ring of Timely Evasion. So time slows before an enemy hits me, so I've got more time to react to that with this equipped. That's nice. Or Timely Evasion makes it so where it won't bother slowing down time. It'll just automatically evade attacks for you, so long as the attack can be evaded. Also quite nice. Or this one. When equipped, Clive will automatically use a potion when his HP falls below a certain point. Potions will be used before high potions. That's pretty cool and nice. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and equip that one because that just seems convenient. And I'll lose the Timely Focus one for now, although it's nice just having these in my pocket. And even if you choose to play on action mode difficulty, you will still be given these rings a little bit later. So you can still use them and equip them or unequip them at any time, which is nice. I appreciate that. I do wish that they hadn't... It's clever having these be accessories that you can equip or unequip, but the fact that in order to use some accessibility stuff like this, you have to take up accessory slots, which you could be using for other things, potentially more interesting things, that's kind of a bummer. I think these 4 things should honestly just be toggles in a menu somewhere, but I'm glad it's better that they are here than not be here at all, at least. At least that. So, okay, cool. We're good. Look at the rest of the menus later, when they tell us to. We have a job to do.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path. And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
If I hold down a thing, will you tell me what the Blight is? Maybe. Let's find out. An area of swampland that stretches northeast from Rosalith Castle. The odd village could once be found here, but nothing to compare to the lively settlements that line the main roads of the realm. And with the encroachment of the Blight and the creatures driven before it, even these scant settlements were soon deserted. All right, well, tell me of you two. Sir Wade is a loyal shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind. Once but a low-born page, Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a woodpile fell on him and his life was saved by a young Joshua. Oh, well, that's nice. Sir Tyler, a loyal shield of Rosaria and scion of a noble family. Tyler followed in his father's footsteps in entering the service of the duchy, rising to the position of right-hand man to the Lord Commander. He was chosen by Lord Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, a level head who could be trusted not only to obey the young Lord Marquis's orders and keep him safe, but to help keep the fiery Sir Wade in line. Goblins, meanwhile, are a common species of beastmen. While at first glance they may seem like mindless predators, goblins have their own unique language and are skilled enough to both cast magics and make rudimentary tools and weapons. While mostly found on the continent of Storm, the spread of the Blight has forced them to find homes near human settlements, a move that oft ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. Again, we won't stop and read every little thing, but
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
But yeah, I do appreciate being able to read the occasional little thing to get more familiar. Do the butterflies just mean here's a place you can scoot through? Or do they have other significance, I wonder?
With me.
Boy, there's an ugly face. Use triangle after striking an opponent with square to conjure a magic explosion that deals significant will damage. A magic burst. Okay, I'll try. So square and... Oop, I think I hit it too late. Square, triangle. Oop, nope. There we go. Timing on that is fairly precise, and I'm not super good at it yet.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Okay. Honestly, to some degree, this more straightforward, kind of just grounded fantasy kind of setting, the more medieval vibe, is pretty similar to how Final Fantasy started as well. Like, Final Fantasy I is basically just a D&D knockoff in a lot of ways. And you start out at the very beginning, running around outside of a castle kingdom, killing goblins.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
There's more.
Let's see if I can get that timing for magic bursts right. That's getting better. Loot. Some enemies will drop gil or items upon their defeat. Loot is gathered automatically by approaching the glittering icons. Whoop. Dodge things. Still gotta dodge things. Getting a little better at that magic burst timing. You can squeeze in a fireball in between every melee attack if your timing is good. Which does do some good work on that stagger gauge for a lot of the stronger enemies. But it can be pretty hard to get that timing down in a precise way in more dangerous circumstances, I find. This is where I came from, I think. Yep, got turned around. Pardon me. Let us head in the direction of shinies. Oh. Yeah, I think butterflies are directing me toward, like, interactable traversal stuff. I suppose I appreciate that. Insufficient inventory space, the potion was used. Oh, okay. Not a lot of need or ability to hoard healing items, then. Which I do kind of appreciate, because that is certainly an instinct I fall into from time to time. Oh, Spellslinger, ow. They pointed out the Spellslinger, and then I got distracted. New enemies approach. More goblins, okay. Boy, some of these special iconic abilities do look so pretty. Like, I may not be good at it, but this more action combat system they've got is really cool. I am enjoying it. And I like that Final Fantasy is willing to just go in very different directions from title to title. But given you can't really hoard items, like, I haven't gotten far enough in the game to tell, but if a lot of the items you would pick up are just healing items, I guess that kind of just encourages you to sort of keep moving and don't like bother looking into every single nook and cranny. Oh, that's where I'm headed, okay. Break it.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
Love that optimism. Oh well.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord.
I'm working on it. He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd?
Okie dokie.
As if you have to ask.
Look out. Nope. Zip. Who's left?
And then there was one.
Where? Ah, you.
Shit! He's invited a friend!
Oh boy.
On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here
Bigger.
it comes.
Big. Formidable foes. Larger enemies must be faced with caution. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts and will often use devastating abilities to overwhelm opponents. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but also break their wills. Breaking an enemy's will can stagger it, leaving it unable to act and vulnerable to attacks. Well, alright. Dodge.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
Whoop. Yeah.
Tell me twice.
Keep hitting it. Yeah. Partial stagger. Enemies will become partially staggered when their will gauge is reduced to 50%, creating a short opening in which combination attacks are easily landed. Oh, lovely. Look out. Oop, too early. Ouchies. Ah. I thought I dodged. Ow. Nope. Definitely didn't dodge that one. Yeah. Bad dodging. But it is staggered. Let's hit it with things. Hitting them while they're down. Completely reducing an enemy's will gauge will stagger it. Extra damage is dealt when an enemy is fully staggered, increasing with each strike landed up to a maximum of 150%. The total amount of damage dealt during this time is displayed upon the enemy regaining its senses. This is, what, like the third or so Final Fantasy that has tried kind of implementing stagger as a mechanic. 13 I feel like was one of the first, and I didn't love how that battle system worked overall. 7 Remake used it in some neat ways that were hard for me to take advantage of, but I liked it a bit better there. I feel like from what I've seen in this, I like this a lot more. This feels a lot more intuitive and satisfying, and a bit easier to do. It's kind of almost Sekiro-esque in a way. It's good. But let's take advantage. Try to use magic bursts and such where we can. Big swing. Oh, okay, look out. Nope. Big swing. Big swing! Ooh. I think I accidentally did something good. Parry. Use square just as an opponent attacks to parry the strike, temporarily slowing time and leaving the opponent open to a counter. Well, look at that. I don't know my own good timing. Look out. Yep. Hey, staggered again. I think we gotcha. Yeah. Oh, it feels really good using this combat once you start getting the hang of it. And I am not good at it by any means, but even the little bit of mastery I've gained feels very rewarding. Ooh. Following important battles, a separate results screen will appear displaying battle performance and rewards. Rewards are based on performance and may include gear, ability points, and experience. Love the transition from that screen back into cinematic, though.
Come back and fight, you coward!
After him, before he summons the rest.
Okay. Gear can significantly improve player attributes, but only when equipped via the Gear tab in the main menu. Similarly, the right abilities can turn the tide of battle, but only if learned and mastered via the Abilities tab in the main menu. Mastering existing abilities, as well as learning new ones, requires ability points, which are earned in battle or by completing quests. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of education there. We've got new gear. Let's equip that. Though at first glance, this modest wrist piece may appear an uncomfortable fit for those cursed with fleshy forearms. Upon further inspection, one would be relieved to discover the band incomplete, affording its wearer a modicum of comfort, be he swine or starveling. It's fun feeling the just echoes of Final Fantasy XIV design in this, even just in the way that they kind of sneak in flavor text and stuff. It's amusing to see those little familiar design touches that you might not see in other Final Fantasies. Anyway, so we got that equipped now. Great, okay. But also, the Abilities tab. Ability points can be spent in the Abilities tab to acquire new abilities, as well as upgrade existing ones. If you are unsatisfied with Clive's current build, reset all abilities and try again, as there is no penalty for doing so. Love that. Details of each ability and feat can be viewed by selecting its icon. The sword indicates an ability's capacity for dealing damage. The stars and circle thing indicate an ability's capacity for breaking a target's will. All right. So we've got a bunch already. We've got magic. We've got aerial attacks, melee attacks, dodging, and jumping. These are all mastered. We have the precision dodge, which is learned but not mastered. We would need to spend 500 points to master that one. If we look into details on it, we get some more info, which is great. I'll need to read through a lot of this on my own time, I think. to get better at the system, but we can also see what Mastery does, which is extend the trigger window, which that's kind of nice. This might be worth saving up for. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I definitely need to definitely need to dive into this a little bit later on. Magic Burst. We've got that learned too. There are a bunch of abilities down here we don't know yet, like Charged Magic. Hold triangle to really increase the potency of a magic spell and release to cast. Well, that's pretty inexpensive. I'll take it. Mastering it would cost a lot more, so I won't do that yet. Stomping. Use X while in the air to kick off of a nearby enemy, increasing jump height and duration. Sure. Swift Recovery. Use R1 to recover immediately after being knocked back or down by an enemy. Okay. Don't know if we can afford all of these, but Taunt. Use R2 and the touchpad to pull the attention of an enemy target. Might not need that immediately. Burning Blade. Hold square to imbue Clive's blade with fire. Release to unleash a powerful attack. Sure. Down Thrust. Use X and square while in the air to slice down. Okay. And Lunge. Use X and square to swiftly close in and attack a distant enemy. Heck yes. Also, we have abilities up here. Our Phoenix ones, like the Rising Flames, which we've used a couple of times. We also have Phoenix Shift, the dash move, and the rest is locked. So there's our abilities then. I love that you can just refund those at any time. Really takes the pressure off in spending those points. So I said earlier that I should like save up for the really nice abilities, but I don't need to. I can just go ahead and unlock what I can afford for now. Respec and switch to those later, when I got the points for it. You come back here.
This ends now. What's in there?
Bloody hell!
Oh boy.
It's far south.
Here we go.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord.
Okay.
Its breath is worse than its bite.
Magic Burst a bunch. And dodge better. Hey, I did the Swift Recovery though. Uh-oh. Woo, okay.
That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth!
Ah, bad dodging. But lunging though, I can do that. Yes. Not fully staggered, but... Uh-oh. Ow. Dodge better. Uh-oh, look out. Don't dodge right back into it. Staggered. Beat it up. Doing pretty good so far. Whittling it down a little. Whoops.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Go up. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh boy.
Don't!
Cinematic Strike. When the screen flashes blue like this during a pivotal moment in battle, press square before time runs out to deliver a devastating blow. Okay. That did some damage. I'll take it.
Now! Before it recovers!
Okay. Wearing it down. Yeah. Don't love that. Okay. Dodge better. Ah, too early. No. Oh, my dodge timing is so awful. Must improve. Whoop. Wait, it's about to do a thing. Ah, too late. Look out. Hey, I did it, but didn't capitalize on it fast enough. Even so. Staggered. There we go. Keep hitting it so much.
You won't be gone for long.
So visually impressive, a lot of this. Cinematic evasion. When the screen flashes red like this during a pivotal moment in battle, press R1 before time runs out to evade the incoming attack. All right, blue means attack, red means evade.
Now for the final push, my lord.
Got it. We're getting there. Wait, it's about to do the thing. Look out. Woo, made it. I dodged a thing, finally. Uh-oh. Wild rage. Look out. Nope. No, thank you.
I think we made it angry.
I'd rather we made it die.
Yeah. Yeah, gross. No. Staggered it. Very good. Almost. Yeah. This is already a fun combat system, and I feel like we're just kind of starting to scratch the surface on abilities and things, but even in this early form, quite fun.
My lord,
Thanks.
I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbles too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Yep, these pants are done for.
Damned blight.
Like, I can totally understand anyone who is a fan of the more RPG and turn-based style of Final Fantasy not being into this being more of an action game. Well, that's totally okay. Like, everyone's got their preferences and such. I do feel like of the various Final Fantasies that have tried drifting more toward action in the past, in various forms, like even just thinking of the most recent ones, like Final Fantasy 15 and 7 Remake. I feel like 7 Remake is a far stronger result than 15's combat system. Just in terms of, like, the fun of play. And this is definitely giving 7 Remake a run for its money. Leaning further into the action kind of makes sense if that's the direction they're wanting to go. Anyway, the Phoenix Gate. This aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also serves as sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant might commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles. I'm appreciating this world map, kind of charting where we are in the world as we go. Not that we've gone that far, it's just helpful. Sometime later.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming straight down a moble's gullet. More tales!
Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
God, the little touches, like even just the spill of drink at the side of their mouths when downing the beverages. It's just tiny details that require so much effort.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? It doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
Follow me, boil the rolling green meadows. Follow the flames and arise from the shadows. Hear the Rosarian voices that ring. Fanned by the fire, birds like giving wings. Go on the wind-born o'er the great land of storm.
Louder, my friends! Louder!
See how the fire in the
I don't suppose I'll be missed.
Hear the Rosarian voices acclaim, stirred by the fire, birds' life-giving flames. Oh.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like. I hear you slew a Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoilt little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
My brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself. All right?
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
Clive, you've chosen the correct company for this evening. I'm wondering why they're having to frequently do these fade to black, go silent for a few seconds, moments between scenes in these sequences. Like, is it a loading thing, or just something with the way they've structured them?
Supplies from the capital.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Spare a barrel for the boys on duty, eh?
What in the...
Ah, boy. That was a cool shot.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
We're seeing all these characters with a really layered armor and clothing and stuff like that. That stuff can be really fiddly to stay on top of with animation, just to make sure that it's not, that the pieces aren't clipping through each other while still moving together kind of believably as one. but separately enough that they do feel like separate pieces. It can be really fiddly to manage. So seeing all of this armor and layered clothing rendered in such detail. Impressive.
Is that...
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Flight of the Fledgling. And now we control Joshua. And fire. Potent combo. But we're gonna have to do that next time. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Thursday for some more Final Fantasy XVI. Take care and goodbye.